Hello, Jonathan here of Shadow Tour Paranormal. Coming up, the team take a trip back to the old woodlands and ruins of the Trelawne estate in Cornwall with ghost gadgets and psychic medium Rebekah. This is not Shadow Tour's first trip to the ruins, having first discovered them back in 2007. Me and Matt Bear Clark noticed the small black squares on an antique map, just blobs really, and the word kennels in the typography. So we set out to find them, many moons ago, intrigued by what we might find. Since then, we've taken several trips and groups on expeditions, from ghost hunters to archaeologists, historians, and even a building expert. But each visit presents new questions, and this new visit would be no different. Joining me on the adventure was Rebekah, psychic medium, Annemiek, a botany fan, and Graham, a sensitive and ghost hunting tech fan. Stopping by Trelawne Manor, it's always important to point out how famous and long-standing the Trelawne family actually were in these parts. And it's a name that still pops up in fiction, folk songs, and even beer names. The old house is now part of the popular holiday park, but at least it still remains to this day. Matt Bear Clark has conducted a good amount of research about the old manor, including a trip to the archives, Crescent-Kernow, a couple of years back.
I'm here at Crescent-Kernow, the Cornwall Archive Centre, to look at some old documents.
Old scrolls, plans and maps were available, some of great antiquity. Bear found design plans for renovations and restyling the old manor, with hints that some of the old stonework was recycled over time. The plans were drawn up by Sir J.S. Trelawne, Baronet, no less. Poking around, not very far, you can still see remnants of the old medieval manor dotted around. We also found a curious plaque reading, "To Jonathan, 1818. Did I leave myself a message in the past?" More likely maybe the J of J.S. Trelawne on the renovation plans, or it could even be a 1812 commemorative plaque to maybe Bishop Jonathan Trelawne, although the date's wrong. Wrong century. But Bishop Trelawne is a very interesting character from the past, especially Cornwall's history. You may have heard of him. He's mentioned in the famous song, The Song of the Western Men, based on the imprisonment of Trelawne and the reaction of the Cornish here. Well, if you've not heard of him, he pops up later, in the woods. Speaking of the woods, digging through the archives, Bear also found something intriguing. Maps of the old Trelawne estate, quite detailed, marking mysterious ruins in the woods. And that brings us up to date, as myself and the team plan to seek out the old houses. Down through the countryside, to the edge of the woods. Entering the Green Cathedral, ruin 1 is immediately obvious, a looming shape. Graham is keen to get his Olivus unit activated. It's a highly sensitive, environmentally influenced device, which provides feedback in the form of words, both displayed and spoken by the unit. Rebekah is forming an impression of the past, what the house was like, and who may have lived there.
Sneak Mandy and then...
Sneak?
Sneak.
Oh, that's cool.
When you said I've got someone called Amanda here, I
Yeah.
heard, don't be so formal, my love.
Is that because it's Mandy for sure?
Just
that
in
what
my
you've
head, my
just
head
got?
just went, don't be so formal, my love.
Because I said her by her proper name.
Some interesting hits on the Ovulus unit. A strong sense of a cook or baker. Cook, fire, sift, cake, candles, table. All do seem to be cooking references. I switch on my spirit box, an analog radio device. Is someone sneaking here? Is there something to hide? Manage? Manage? Who's Amanda? Graham's box picked up on Amanda. It's Mandy? Mandy, did you live? Quite a strong yes. Mandy? Is anyone else here with us? We're here to talk. With a little yap then. With a little yap then. Graham's getting more hits on his Oliver's unit.
Simple stick being.
Live a simple life.
Simple being stick. There's plenty of sticks.
Plenty of sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, you were saying it's fairly calm and
It's quite
simple, southern.
Southern was one of the surnames of one of the Pendle witches. There's a witchcraft here.
It could be me though.
What was that?
That was yell, as in.
Oh, yell.
Yeah.
Are you a witch?
They wouldn't tell you that.
So, Rebecca, what did you make of Ruin 1?
It's very peaceful, calm. It's very homely. I'm getting like an older lady baking, but if the walls had ears is a bit of a.
Was that something that came to you?
Just outside.
Right.
But I can't get around the back to see where.
No, because there's been this recent tree fall.
Yeah.
Right, interesting enough, around the back, there is a large little kind of stone building, which originally we thought was the privy, the toilet. But we've been told since then it was actually somewhere it's too big. It was somewhere to hang game. So anything from the gamekeeper's cottage that needed to hang for a while was basically in this building. No impressions or anything like that? Female energy, homely, you say?
Yeah.
Interesting. Then it's off to our next ruin, the slightly grander and equally ruinous larger house.
No.
Graham sets up his Ovulus unit. Are you trying to warn us about something? Various messages. Rebecca just had a kind of one of your flash voices in your head, basically saying to mind our step.
Yeah.
And I think on our last visit we were getting similar kind of messages of concern.
I just had the image of lots of dogs running around, like beige brown dogs with big flappy ears.
I activate the spirit box. Oh, do you remember us from before? We've come to say hello again. We said we would be back. Always interested to chat. Converse. Rob? Robert? Do you have a message for us? Do you want a message from us? Did you used to work here? Did you used to work with fish? Did you used to work here? Did you used to work with fish? Is there a man here? Eddie. Is there a man here? Eddie. Ryan. Do you want us to stay? Do you want us to go? Right. Hello. Did you hear that?
Hello.
Do you like singing? The girls were singing an E17 song. I'm not sure you'd know it. It's quite melodic. Do you see people? Do you see us? It was at this moment that Rebecca had the genius idea to play the Song of the Western Men on her phone, or the Trelawne song, as it's also known, a kind of unofficial national anthem of Cornwall.
Bad. Do you like the song? It's a Trelawne shout. Cornish boys will know the reason why. Are you a Cornishman? Sorry, say again. Are you Cornish? Oop. Stop scanning. Did you recognise the music? Did you recognise the music? Are you still here? That's weird. Just stopped on the football. It is the World Cup. Maybe we're interrupting them in the afterlife.
Rebekah inspects the building. She's reaching out to any spirits that may linger and gets immediate impressions.
Rebekah, what are you picking up on?
Little girl. She's about 11 or 12.
It's a house that's definitely big enough to have supported a large family. When you consider some of the houses in Loo, had 3 or 4 families in them at any one time.
Yeah.
This is just as big as some of the houses down in Loo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Graham recalls the new words uttered by the Ovulus unit. Stick, being, present, scratch, preacher, evil, purified. Well.
Riot. Wow, it's getting quite active now. It wasn't nearly this active. Rocket being well.
The worms have we now.
It's up here in the fireplace.
Is anyone here with us? We were here before.
Graham's keen to examine more of the architecture of the building, particularly the back wall.
Is there anything similar to that side?
What's that big lump of granite?
This big lump of granite here looks as if there could have been a lintel, but that's
no, it's
strange.
just stone
That
that
it's
side.
just, so maybe it's just for support for the weight. I don't know.
But then what about these kind of odd cuts
grooves
at the same height on both sides? Which were definitely there in part of the construction to then have something put between the grooves.
Yeah.
Just, it's a puzzle as to what, isn't it? And obviously the building itself is such a...
And the stones have not broken because they're quite they're
Deliberately put in, isn't it?
So something was between these two walls.
A quick snack break and it's off to our last ruin, where a treacherous path of fallen trees, steep drops and ragged potholes, sharp with slate.
It's getting quite rustic now. I do hope the Blair Witch is in, because I could do with a cup of tea. Somehow we've managed to lose... I can't actually see them. I think they're going to be about another 20 metres into the rhododendrons. We've lost the kennels. No idea where they are. Which is weird, because it's not the world's largest forest. Somehow we've managed to lose the kennels. They're here somewhere.
It's not for the faint-hearted. But we arrive at the kennels and get straight to work, as daylight is fading fast.
Alright, we're back at the kennels finally. We've had a bit of trouble finding from the opposite direction. As you can see, the walls are here. We like this little ruin here because it's right next to the water. And straight away people have started looking in the stream bed to see what they can find. Last time we found a piece of 17th century clay pipe, or 18th century, sorry. 18th century clay pipe, which was quite cool. Whoa. My God, you vandal.
Just wanted to do that. It's had its day.
Alright, Graham's got his Ovilus unit running here inside the kennels. Our last ruin stop of the evening. It's sit on one of the mossy little shelves that make up the compartments of the kennels. It's very moss covered, as I've said before, looking every inch the mysterious ruin. It's actually a fab little spot. I love bringing people here. But I'm going to have a look to see what Graham's Ovilus unit has been capturing while we've been here.
J.O. Big.
Snarly dogs.
Is that what you were getting? There were hunting dogs here. They would have been bred to be very obedient, but also very efficient. Okay.
Shaken, candle, chills, crossover, preacher, evil, purified table.
It sounds like an altar, doesn't it? Purified table.
Yeah.
What do you make of this place?
I don't like it.
Strange atmosphere.
Feels
Manly,
Feels
masculine.
uncomfortable.
Very masculine.
It is masculine, but it
Picking up
feels
a lot of
uncomfortable.
males here.
I was going to actually camp here soon.
Man with lots
What
of
you were
keys.
thinking of camping?
No, I'm going to.
There's a big man with keys.
It said big on here.
Yeah, a big man, keys, really like slovenly, really that sort of,
Rough.
yeah, dirty clothes, just not a very nice man.
Help pushed Debbie.
It's interesting that Rebekah's picking up on a feeling of it wasn't just dogs that were kept here.
And then that just came up.
Do you think back in the day
It's as
these...
if they were putting them here to hunt them. They were find them out, bring them, put them here, lock them up,
Yeah.
and they were scared. And then the nasty man with the keys and he'd come and let them out.
Well, to be hunted.
Yeah,
Like a dark side.
quite scary. Like my heart's like.
Yeah. Quarantines and cellar, so that means locking up quarantine.
I don't
isn't
like.
it?
Yeah, it feels really like there's a lot of fear here, a lot of. And the man with the keys is he's quite nasty. He thinks it's funny. He likes it.
So he's a sadist.
Yeah, he's not one of the. He's like a game man or that looks after the dog. He's not anybody
Like
important.
like a
Yeah.
dog keeper or
Yeah,
something.
he's not really important, but he's
in charge of what's down
he
here.
locks them all up, and then him and his cronies go and find them and bring them in.
Yeah.
They're something here. So they put people in here for trials who they felt that anybody they didn't like, they'll put them in here and hunt them. They were found guilty before they even trialled.
Right. Well, funnily enough, Trelawne was a judge. That was the whole point of it. Was the fact he was judge, jury, and executioner for much of the time. And that's not just one Trelawne; it was successive centuries of Trelawnes.
There's a pretty lady though which doesn't like it.
What, the cruelty?
Yeah, she doesn't like it. She's asking. She's quite a noble lady, and she's asking him not to do it. Please don't stop it.
Graham is very intrigued by the hits on his Ovilus box. Pushed, Debbie, Fate, Quarantine, Cell. Cell? An interesting choice, given the cell-like nature of the kennel compartments. I switch on my spirit box.
Do you know the story of the hounds? Did you work with the dogs? Did you work with the dogs? Did you work for the hunt? Did something happen here? We're sympathetic to your story. We're sympathetic to your story. We can help. We can help.
That, the big one, the nasty one with the keys, I like a bit of the boy. Just said one. When you said...
Packing up, it's a long steady descent down to Watergate, the small riverside hamlet on the edge of the woods.
There we go.
Old photographs reveal Watergate is an old place, with an ancient house still standing to this day. A wonky, ramshackle-looking place of considerable age. Above Watergate, the Trelawne Woods stretch alongside the West New River, all the way back to town. The woods themselves are the largest ancient oak woodland in Cornwall, some say Europe. We are keen to get back, but stop at another place of paranormal activity, the Split Rocks. We've had some good hits at this spot over the years, over a decade in fact.
What's your name? What's your name? How old are you? Do you have anything you want to say? Say your name out loud. Say your name out loud. A little quiet Ian then. Ian? Right, we're back here at the Split Rocks. As you can see, conducted a short spirit box experiment. A few interesting names, I think, on there. I thought I heard an Ian, which is actually quite an old name. I'll be listening back and seeing what it picks out.
With light almost gone, it was time to hot-foot it back to Lou. We were all aware of how quiet the woods were, with barely any sounds at all. No wind, no birds, no screeching owl, just quiet. A silent summer evening. We were happy to be back in Lou, where the last of the sunset was casting orange rays across town, with the noise and bustle of the busy harbour town of Lou. We'll no doubt be back to the Trelawne estate again, so until then, thank you for listening, and do follow or subscribe to the Shadow Tour channel or podcast for future episodes.